another lightning talk. Today's lightning talk is related to the iOS development. I will be focusing on how we can supercharge our daily iOS development using GitHub Copilot. I'm gonna start sharing my screen real quick. Right. So GitHub Copilot in Xcode. So we have an extension. We already know that most of the software engineers are already using GitHub Copilot, using either chat version of the Copilot, ChatGPT, or any other AI tool, or using built-in extensions, whether in a VS Code or Xcode or Android Studio or any other IDE. Today's focus is on the Xcode and iOS development using GitHub Copilot extension. Okay, so why do we need the extension for the development of Xcode for the development of iOS using Xcode? Uh, Xcode directly connects with the GitHub Copilot extension, which is already available to download. You just need to just do the plug and play, and you can get started. Uh, Rise of AI tools in software development is one of the reasons I think every software developer should get started with GitHub Copilot, especially using extension, which directly integrates into your ID or into your code. I will be focusing on how GitHub Copilot works, how you can connect extension with a GitHub Copilot for Xcode, and how you should actually proceed step by step from using the chat mode to the agent mode. Uh, GitHub Copilot extension has some prerequisites. You need to connect to the GitHub. You should have a GitHub account first, and you should connect your GitHub account via Copilot using your extension. You can try that on the free account. I've been using both free and the paid version. Today's demo will be on the free version that anyone can just have an GitHub account and just connect with that. Download GitHub extension and just start coding. That's all. What you can do with the GitHub Copilot or GitHub Copilot extension within the Xcode or by connecting it with Xcode, you can refactor your existing code, write new code, can use ask mode, can use agent mode. I will go a bit deeper into both of these as soon as I go to the demo. Why it matters? Why do we need a Copilot within Xcode for iOS development? Productivity boost. Being an iOS engineer myself, I think my productivity has been gone up probably 3x to 4x, honestly. And I will highly recommend to the iOS developer to just make the use of it. Faster refactoring, you can save a lot of time in your thinking or brainstorming process. This extension, while connected with your GitHub Copilot, it can already give you a lot of suggestions, and off of them you can pick any of the ones you want. Uh, the great thing I've seen, you can create tests, which definitely saves a lot of time for any developer, from unit tests to any automation tests. GitHub Copilot definitely helps you. Uh, Less mental load, as I mentioned. You don't have to brainstorm a lot. You will have multiple options through the prompts or the contacts you will give to the GitHub Copilot, and you can definitely get whatever you want throughout that logic. Things we should not forget, even though we are using AI, GitHub Copilot, or any of the tools, whatever the code you write, you still own the code. You get suggestions from Copilot to accept the code, but it's your code, and definitely you're responsible for putting your code onto the production or into any repository. That's something engineers should remember always. Always review your code before you commit. That's very important. AI is great. It takes your productivity to the next level, but remember, it may not be perfect for you or for your use case. Uh, Privacy and security. we should avoid any kind of sensitive information putting into an AI tool. That's how I use it. Any kind of secrets, any passwords, or any sort of keys that give access to anything secret, any servers. You should never put that into these AI tools, including GitHub Copilot for Xcode. Okay, let's move to the demo. I think that's the most important thing for today. Uh, I will be opening Xcode here. I hope all you guys can see my screen here. So this is a demo project that I've created. It's just a new Swift UI project. As you can see, there is a content view file here, um, an image, a text, a button. Meanwhile, you can see the preview here as well. So this is a GitHub. This is the Xcode you need for iOS development, and alongside you need a GitHub Copilot extension. The first thing you will do is I already have things connected, but I can still show how we can do it. All you need is to go to GitHub Copilot for Xcode repository. It's public. It's available already. You can straight go to this link and download your extension. You can install your extension using Brew tool or directly download it from the link. I have directly downloaded from the link and installed it on my Mac. Once you have it, just simply install it on your Mac. Uh, After this, you would just open your GitHub Copilot extension, which you can see on the screen here. I already have connected it. I can redo that process. So simply, if you go to the settings of the GitHub Copilot extension, um, I'm logging out. That's how it's going to look like for me. All I would do is to log in into the GitHub. It's going to show me this code as always. Remember, you have to copy this code. You want to be able to get it from anywhere else, and just straight go to your GitHub link. You make sure you're signed in. Now you need to activate your GitHub Copilot along with that extension. Just hit continue and put that code in that you got from the GitHub Copilot extension for the Xcode earlier. So as soon as you hit continue, it will show you a message where you can authorize your GitHub Copilot extension. Just authorize it, and now you're all set with the GitHub Copilot extension for the Xcode. Uh, you may need to close the extension if you see that you're not connected and open that again. In my case, it's already opened here. Now, as you can see, there's already a context given to this extension of this project. So the project has these files, content view, Copilot demo app. There are a lot of other files too. So whichever the file you select off of this, Xcode Copilot extension is smart enough to already take the context. Alongside, you can also provide the context you want, any files using add context option, and your Copilot extension would point to that context. Right now, I have content view opened, and there are two modes, as I mentioned. First is the ask mode, the other one is the agent mode. Uh, First of all, you have to pick the model you want to pick. This is the free version. I've been using paid version as well. There's going to be a lot more models, all premium models from Claude, GPT, and there are a few more models as well that you can use just by using the paid version. So if you want to pay $10, you will get a couple of more models, and if you pay $40, you will definitely get a lot of models, I would say. I definitely have the maximum models in my paid version. So the for this talk, I will be selecting ChatGPT 4.0. You can pick any of these if you want. Claude 4.1, 4.0, up to you. And we'll be working on two different modes of this Copilot using Xcode extension. First is the ask mode, and second is the agent mode. So ask mode, since you already have the context of the file that you're using, and its Xcode extension is already connected, content view, and that's a file I'm going to work in. This is a simple iOS screen, I would say. It's a view, and if I ask uh, ChatGPT extension, GitHub Copilot extension, to just provide me an updated code or refactor my code. It will just give you, it will just look into your context and give you whole refactored code, and you can go from there. For instance, I only have one button. For instance, tap me. If I ask uh, update the background color of uh, tap me button. Now this is an ask mode, or chat mode, you can say. Uh, Now, since it's connected to GitHub Copilot, this extension, the request goes to the Copilot, and it will just give me my the code, my latest code or the code I've asked for based on whatever the prompt I give uh, g- give to the Copilot. So remember, giving prompts or giving the context is the most important thing. If you're using Copilot or you wanna just avail this to its maximum capabilities, you make sure that your prompt and your context is perfect. That's the only way to make the full use of it. If I simply copy this code, since it's my whole file, it just refactored this file and added the background to the button. If I simply copy paste this file here and reload this view, and I will see there's a background color of the button. Yeah, it's a new color. Now you can see color green that it gave to this button. Tap me. We can also update this to any other color we want. It could be black, red, or any color you want to give it. Similarly, you can do anything with your code you want, either refactor, add comments. What we can do right now, we can just ask Copilot to add some comments to our code. Please, and just say add comments to the VStack within the content view. That's it. So it would add the comment to that VStack, display a globe icon, display a next label, and create a button. If you see this file already, there are no comments here. But if I have this refactored code, I can just copy paste. That's something you can do by asking ChatGPT or by chatting with ChatGPT model using GitHub Copilot extension. The next is, which is quite interesting, is agent mode. You should, I mean, I use it, but I always recommend it like you have to be more vigilant using it because it's just edit your file straightforwardly where you don't even have a chance to copy paste your code. We will just see it right now. Let's add a text field or email text field to this existing code. We have the content view, and this time I'm not gonna ask. I will I will just send a prompt to agent mode. Agent mode would simply add a text field and automatically update the file. I don't have to copy paste or refactor my code manually. Let's see this in action. Add an email text field about tap me button. Make sure to give borders to the text field and some animation. Now this is the agent mode. I just gave it a prompt. Now, this time you can see agent mode has automatically added the text field in this file. Since it's an agent mode, it's just asking me to undo or keep this. That's the only control it gives you. But make sure that you definitely revise your code at least once. If it looks good to you, I will just take a look at it. If it looks good to me, and I will keep it. This time, all it did, it just wrote that code straight into the file, technically updated the file you have. You don't need to copy paste anymore, and also reloaded the canvas for you. So now we have the text field. Something that you can do without GitHub Copilot probably in 40 minutes. You can probably do that in maybe with some more refactoring in 10 minutes or something. So it's definitely a lot of productivity here, and that's a mode I think which is quite interesting, agent mode. As I mentioned, you can use the models based on your needs. Totally up to you. You can also write automation tests. When we write automation tests, You can also ask agent mode to create an automation file for you and create a test for you. If I ask agent mode again, can you create a UI test, automation test for the content view, specifically for testing testing button and text field. It's just gonna go and write automation test for me. So it created a file for you, content view UI tests. Uh, this file you can just add a reference to the Xcode if you want, and now it has the whole automation UI test, which normally is written by SDETs or automation engineers. And I may not have set up to run this right now because you have to connect it. You need to do some setup to run the automation test, but it definitely is going to write you. And I've tried this; it works so perfect, and that's something in just minutes. It's I think it's a lot of fun. If you use a paid version, you also have an edit mode. I don't have paid version connected right now, and I have not used that mode as well. But you can try the edit mode as well if you want. I think it's supercharged iOS development using Copilot, and I think I'm using it quite often, and I think I love it. I highly recommend iOS developers to use this extension and have a free plan of Copilot and use it. Yep. I think that's all from my side. Any
That was
questions?
that's fun. That's interesting. I have a question actually myself.
Yep.
Uh,
Yep.
How, how does it do you feel like it does it save you time or does it give you more creativity? Like what do you find are the benefits to it?
It saves a lot of time, as I mentioned. For me, I have assessed this thing. It just takes my productivity to like 3x to 4x, to be honest. And I don't straight copy paste everything, and I don't recommend that. But it saves a lot of your brainstorming, a lot of time that you spend, especially if you're writing some view models in iOS, the core logic, not the UI piece. It's just gonna save a lot of your time, but you have to think a lot, have to do the data structures manually and all that kind of stuff. So definitely saves a lot of time. And creativity wise, if you don't like that prompt, I would say create another prompt and you would get another response. Maybe you like the second option instead of first option. So yeah.
Interesting. Very, very cool. Let's see. And for the folks on the call, and Rhythm is on the call, do you have any questions?
Where do you need to be careful to watch for things that maybe it didn't do what you wanted it to do?
Can you repeat the last part? Pardon?
Where do you have to be careful? What kind of things would you recommend watching for? I've
Yep.
used it some for my own code generation. I'm just curious where you have found it to be uncomfortable and things you need to watch for.
Yeah, don't copy paste blindly. That's how I say it. Because sometimes you don't like file names or variable names that you can edit
Mhm.
quickly. That's the place where you have to be careful. Second thing is you have to be very, very careful. You don't add any secrets, any passwords into
Oh, definitely.
your GitHub Copilot prompting. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, these are the two places I would say, yeah. And using agent mode especially, you have to be more careful because it just edits your file. So I prefer more the ask mode and then get the code from there instead of using agent mode directly.
Okay.
Here's a question. Um, oh, what's the best way to balance Copilot's automation with maintaining deep understanding of your code base?
Uh, whatever you're learning, whatever you're adding as a code into your repository, just make sure you understand everything, not just blindly get the code and paste it. Just to understand each and every line of the code, whatever you're adding. Maintainability wise, I think just add comments. Documentation is super important. Add comments, update your README profiles, and or anything that helps you in documenting the whole project. Just add it. Yeah.
Nice. Uh, Let me see. Give space for InRhythm. Anyone on the call from InRhythm? Otherwise, I have another question here.
I have another question. Is Copilot good for analyzing an existing code base to see what you can learn from it, or is there a better tool for that?
Yeah, 100%. It's good for analyzing existing code, refactoring existing code, give you the better suggestion to improve your code. Yeah, 100%.
Okay.
Going to the outside. How do you mitigate the risk of accidentally including sensitive information in AI prompts?
I mean, it's something that's the only thing I say that I said earlier that you are responsible for your code. So if you add something into the prompt, since it's your account, it's any model, it's connected to your safe auth and everything. It won't be that bad, I would say. You will be still safe, but you shouldn't. That's how all I can say, because there's no way to reverse it once you gave it to the model and it processed that information. So it's on their servers.
Have you ever been surprised or inspired by a Copilot suggestion you hadn't thought of yourself?
Yes, many times. There has been many times I kept working on a low-level logics, data structure, or something that I spent like hours. And if when I used ChatGPT or Copilot, I just finished that up in like 10 minutes to 15 minutes. I was super surprised. And when I used this agent mode, I was amazed. So yeah.
Here's another question. Do you think Copilot encourages exploration of new APIs or techniques you might not have discovered otherwise?
Yep. Whenever it depends on your prompt. As I said, your context or prompt should be very clear. If you want to make the full use of it, make sure your prompt is really good, well aligned with your thoughts. So because it's something you're talking to like a human. If your prompt is more like you're trying to make ChatGPT understand that ChatGPT is a human and you're a human as well. So two humans are talking and giving a context and prompt that is very clear to the next human. I think it's perfect in that case.
Interesting. And here's another one. Have you found any creative ways to use Copilot beyond writing code? Like, for example, generating documentation or naming ideas?
Yep, generating documentation is the one thing. Automation tests. I have uh, I have not worked a lot on UI automation with my test projects. I loved it, and I learned the UI automation as well. These are the two areas that really helped me as a developer.
Good. Any in rhythm questions? Here's another one. How do you maintain your own coding voice while using Copilot suggestions?
Uh, I just whatever the Copilot gives me, for either refactoring or new code, I go through each and every line and make sure that it's exactly what I wanted. If not, I can definitely do it. I can definitely add up something manually and ask ChatGPT with another prompt to just improve it.
Can Copilot help generate UI UX components that
Yep.
inspire new interfaces?
Yep. You can. Again, it depends on your prompt. If you're giving it the right prompt, it will give you exactly what you want. If you have a Figma design, I'm not sure if there is a direct integration for the Figma, but if you give it as, if you just give it the exact screen you want from Figma, you can, or any other design tool, you can exactly get what you want. At this point of time, you cannot directly add images to the ChatGPT extensions, these Copilot extensions. They might be coming in future, but still you have to write the whole prompt of your brain idea and give it to the Copilot.
Oh, I don't see any other questions here, Hamid. Any one last call for questions on the InRhythm side internally? Doesn't look like it. I think we're good. Thank you. This was really interesting. I found